Thor's on. Hang on a minute. Thor. It's already been on, Thor. Hi, and I was talking about Thor today to my dad, saying about Valiant Thor, if anyone knows who he's supposed to be. I was just watching a video that Hillary was dead. What? Well, I'll be showing, well, you'll have seen the videos with her, but I've got a few bits off Twitter. I haven't really been looking properly. I'm having a bit of a break. Hi. I don't know if Dave's on, but I've nearly finished Dave's bag. It just takes me ages, but it will be finished tomorrow. Nearly done. And I forgot that I did another one. Hi, Sue. I forgot that I've done this one that I need to do as well. I need to go over it. And I've also got Sandy's to do, which I start tomorrow. So, because I've not got Finn this weekend, so it'll be a bit easier. Hi. So, yeah, Thor's on, but I thought I'd just listen to it because I saw it the other week. So, weather in England, people, is horrendous at the minute. Raining, windy, really windy, raining, windy, raining, windy. Hi, Dolly, thank you for them. Oh, did you like them? I wasn't sure if you liked them. Up north accent. Yes, all handmade, even the paper clips and everything. So I hope you like them. I'll be talking about a few things I've seen. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you. So, we switch this down. I'm going to get distracted by Thor. Oh, there it is. I don't know if anyone knows who Valiant Thor is, to do with the White House and alien conspiracies from the 1940s, 50s, whatever it was. But apparently there's supposed to be a guy called Valiant Thor that was from the planet Venus or somewhere. I don't know. But it just makes me laugh. I've just also been watching X-Men and was like watching that like... So, have you watched Above Majestic yet? No, when I watched it, I think I watched it, but I don't know if it was the proper... Is the actual film out, or is it just a bit like... I did watch it, but I'm not sure if there's a proper one. But, oh, too old to be one of them. But let me get my Twitter up and stuff. I believe it's the Tommy marches tomorrow. Now, I hope we'll be doing what France is doing, Iran is doing, Pakistan is doing. Everyone's just like, you know what I mean? France is on form over there. I mean, wow. Did you see the article on Trump visiting the interior of the chemtrail airplane? No, I've not seen a lot, you see, so you can tell me as well. Dave, I'll have finished your bag by tomorrow. I don't know if you've got PayPal, by the way, but it's nearly finished. It's just these little bits, and I've done. And I've got to put a saying on it. We'll have a saying on it as well, so it will be done. I've not got Finn this weekend, so it's easy for me not to get distracted. Did you see Mate on the Run Vince present? No, I've not seen a lot. The bits I've seen is obviously the funeral bit, which was, do you want the link? Tommy just done a video. Yeah. I'll probably watch it after. I did see something actually. I know it's the... Am I wrong? Is it one of the marches tomorrow? Is it the night tomorrow? Third Eye Girl bag. Yeah, I did that because, in case anyone gets triggered by it, because it's like, you know, awakening, third eye awakening. So yeah, she has got a third eye, but she's got a heart in the third eye. So thank you. So it's just nearly finished. Yellow vest. Yep. So let me find the ones that I found were... by the way, news today, people, is... let me just find this for the people who might not have come across this. Don't know what's what, but... Oh, I've got hair in my mouth now. Yeah, I saw that about JFK Jr. Trump 2020, of course. I'll be talking about that. Hi. So let me find these bits. I don't know what I've done with them. I'm half asleep. Yeah, well, I'm starting to wonder what all them shaking things were, like as if it was the energy and stuff. Tommy live stream big Brexit march. And yeah, I'll find it tomorrow because I was on all that sort of stuff a bit ago, so I will go over there tomorrow and be watching. Right, let me see if I can find it. So I heard today, apparently, and this is all over Twitter. Not that some people don't not know about this, because a lot of people know about this, but at risk once more as new court case begins, and look who it is, people. Prince Andrew Epstein's paedophile scandal. Prince Andrew at risk once more as new court case begins. That was on Google this morning. A lot of us know about that, but so also Trump has written I don't know what you call it, a consecutive order or something on is it on paedophiles and this, that, and the other, and abuse and all this. Anyone that's been involved in that will have their money taken off them, and it'll be is it called retribution to the people that it's happened to, or families and stuff like this, because sound waves, because doesn't that mean the Rothschilds and all them big people, they're having the money taken off them? He signed it, and anyone involved will have their assets seized and the money taken off them. So it should as well. Vibration and light, yeah. So him and Princess Sarah are remarrying. This is, well, I doubt they'll be remarrying after this. France. All kicking off in France. Oh, don't worry. No, what was I going to say? Email me, Dave, first, and then we'll sort it out. Also, this one, Joe M, if you know who Joe M is on Twitter. This is at Twitter. I'm doing a fundraiser for Lord Jacob Rothschild. He's upset because Trump is destroying the New World Order. Just $2 a month will save Mr. Rothschild from selling off more of his sprawling hunting estates. And you know what's being hunted on there, or was? Estates in Europe. Please give generously. Taking a mick there. And he does look like yeah. So they're getting talked about. All on Twitter. I love this picture of Merkel looking at Trump because I think it's hilarious. Just let me show you. Yeah, the Hunger Games, exactly. That's what people don't know. Oh, she looks very, very happy, doesn't she? Yeah, we had one called the Black Forest or something in Switzerland, and very nice. What else? I also saw this, which I think is brilliant. Pence, whatever his name is, might be out of the position he's in soon, and then maybe 2020 it'll look like this. Trump, JFK Jr. Where we go, one we go all, 2020, and look, there's a little Q in the R, can you see? 5 stars, 5 by 5. So that was really good. Yeah, the Rothschilds, exactly. The indictments are in, it's all about 9/11. The indictments are about everything. And someone said the other day on a video that the sealed indictments, there's like 68,000 plus, there's probably more, that it can, people might think, oh, it's only one person in an indictment. It can be up to like something like 98 people in one, and there's supposed to be 68,000 plus. So there could be 70, I don't know, more. So there could be 98. That's what I was saying the other day. People go on about FEMA camps. It was for the New World Order, but it's not now. They need them camps for people like I said, MS-13, whatever they're called, this, that, and if there's loads of people involved in it. No more about profiteers, but to prison or death. Yeah, to prison or death, exactly. Poor Jimmy Carter was flipping out to see if he's got one. He's 94. Oh, yeah, and then what have we seen today? This is hilarious. At the funeral of Bush, we have seen, just get it, most likely seen this anyway. Yeah, the yellow vests idea. Was that when someone had used it as a burqa or something? Oh no, yeah, they're wearing them. Then someone over here is using it as Mercury as well. So I hope we'll all be wearing yellow vests over here because that's good. Um, so most of you will have seen this, I'm assuming, is right, who is this now? It's I can't remember who it is, one of the Bush family or whatever, gets given is it Bush's wife turns round, whoever it is, and turns round to one of those in the family. Sorry, I don't know who it is. And he nearly had a heart attack. What picture have they shown him? Because I just can't stop laughing. Look at his face, everyone. I'm wondering if it's something like, bye. I'm wondering if it's something like, me and my dad were laughing, was it a picture of JFK Jr.? Was it because Trump signed this, that thing about, you know, if you've been involved in any of this paedophile stuff, you're going to have your assets taken off you and all your money. Maybe that's what it says in the letter, because he's all like that. Next minute he's like, why you're at the funeral, we're all raiding your houses. You've been owned. So maybe it's something like that. I don't know. But yeah, his face was priceless. So something's going on. And also the Hillary one. Yes, the EO he signed last on. Exactly. So something's going on. And then we've got, this made me laugh as well. Where is it? Where's the other one? We've got Katie Hopkins talking about big weekend in Europe, huge Italy first rally in Slovenia, is it, in Rome? Testing Macron in France, and a Tommy Robinson rally against the government in the UK, which is tomorrow. So it's all going off. What else did I see? I've seen... I need to find the one on Hillary. I'm looking for the one on Hillary. Oh, I don't know where I've put it. May I have a look on my phone? Hello from Orlando. God, I hate this phone so much. Let me see if I've got it. Don't know where I've got it. I don't know if I watched it on YouTube. Been a while. Yeah, I've been having a bit of a break. Oh yeah, it's been a while, Crosshatch. Are you alright? I'm just looking for something, but I don't think I've got it. What's this? The only thing I did notice, I don't know if this is anything, but you know this picture with this, it was a link, but it's a picture. I'm gonna have to make it bigger because I don't think you're gonna be able to see this. Here's Trump. And does anyone notice anything about, you know, you've got the flag and this. Does anyone notice anything about this picture that stuck out like a sore thumb to me? Anyone notice anything? This might just be me thinking, oh yeah, but you know these things here, these, I don't know what they are, what you put your paper on. That one. Yeah, well, not the bird. I was just thinking, there's the circle, and because of the way this is sticking out here, it looks like a, I don't know if it's the right way around on camera, but it looks like a Q. The way they've stuck back there, so it's like the tail. Anyone gets what I'm saying? Hi, not seen you for a while. Yeah, it looks like a Q, so I was like, the way they've placed it right next to it. Let me make it a bit larger. Anyone gets what I'm saying? And a tail. The way they've stuck this thing here looks like a Q. So I was like, yeah, just by chance it looks like a Q. Coincidence, maybe. I don't think so. Oh, also, the Royals again. This one in the Sun. Now, we know about mainstream media, but I'm just thinking, why are they pumping this out there now? So we got Bad Blood Brothers. Prince Harry went mental, accusing William of trying to wreck relationship with Meghan Markle. Forget the girls, it's simmering tensions between brothers William and Harry that are the heart of the frostiness between the two royal power couples at the minute, are they? I'd rather think that's more like we know who his real dad is, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. No, we don't want to see him, but that's what's in the papers today, and I just thought that's quite funny. Boom shalaka, exactly. I was like, mm-hmm. So we've got Prince Andrew, case opening again with Epstein, and we all know what that is. Epstein Island. We all know what Epstein Island is. Harry got blacked. What does that mean? But there was a video of. Let me see if I can find this. There was a video of Hillary, and I can't. You know, with the paper slipping out, and the guy next to it. I've sent it to someone, so I know I've got it right. I'm going to find it now on my. What do you call it? On my. I can't even speak. What's it called? On here. Diddly. Where is it? Sent it to someone, so it should be on here. Oh, this one. So, the Hillary letter. Oh God, it was so funny. So, this one.
You know, he told you what President Bush thought of.
I know most of you seen it, but if you haven't,
Presidential moments in the
if you haven't seen it, watch Hillary's face. Watch the note fall out, and the guy next to her. Sorry, I don't know what his name is. Think, oh, where's mine? And he looks in his, and he hasn't got one because it's not meant for him, is it? He doesn't really want one, but she needs one. And they did put on, what do you think it says? So you could say on here what you think this letter says. I know what I wrote in the comments, but I'll just show you. There's Hillary.
It is one of his most presidential moments in the traditional sense of that. Despite the fact, Mark Updegrove, you know, he told you what President Bush thought of Donald Trump while he was running for president. He did. He said, I don't know him, but I don't like him. And he called him a blowhard.
He's like, where's mine?
Donald Trump is a very different person. It is one of his most presidential moments in the traditional sense of that. Despite the fact, Mark Updegrove, you know, he told you what President Bush thought of Donald Trump while he was running for president. He did. He said, I don't know him, but I don't like him. And he called him a blowhard.
So funny. So it said on Twitter, there was a comment underneath and it said, what do you think was said in the paper? And I put something like, what was it? I put something on the lines of, hope you look good in orange. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, hope you look good in orange. Or you'll look good in orange or something like that. Joe Biden got one too. Yeah, so it's quite funny. Yeah. Yeah, but Hillary snubbed Melania. We all know why anyway. Obama's didn't look that good. It's just like they're all on the front row and it's just like, where we can see you all. Jail clothing colour. Exactly. It's like I felt like saying, what comment are you going to make? Do you like carrots and peas? Preferably, do you like carrots? Do you like the colour orange, Hillary? I think orange jumpsuit would suit you really well. That Hillary clone, I've heard that, but that looks like Hillary to me. That Hillary clone, I've seen a woman that has played Hillary before and she's a lot fatter in the face. That looks like Hillary because they knew who the real one is at the end of the day. A face, because the other one's got more of a chubbier face, and apparently she was doing a bit of all that again, you know, throwing her head back and all that, so and she's got shorter hair because the fake video she seems to have longer hair, but she seems to be following the face of the one. She looks, to me, it looks like the real one. And if it's not the real one, that's because she's somewhere else, maybe getting ready to wear orange, so. Trending on Facebook about Donald Trump visiting chemtrail. It should be on YouTube, actually. Let me have a look. It's probably on Twitter, but I've not had a lot of... I've not been...
Very different person.
Let me have a look. Um, I don't know what would I put in? Trump and a chemtrail plane? What do I? Trump. Boom shalaka laka. Yeah, I'll tell you what's come over you. That new wave that went around the world. You know, the positivity thing. Trump chemtrail plane? I don't know. Chemtrail trail plane visit. Was it a visit? Thor's on. Sorry, peeps. Look. Thor. Trump chemtrail plane visit. Have a look. Believe in anything. You did believe in fluoride being bad for you, and you know a lot of people are finding that out. Was it this one? I don't know which one it was. I believe in aliens, so you know, depends what you believe in. Was it this one? Chemtrails, Donald Trump, Paris Climate Accord. You know, a lot of people believe in the climate thing and all that, but was it this one? Because if people don't know, it's shocking in America anyway. Aeroplane collision has gotten less since. Yeah. Yeah. Well, so do I. Of course I believe in chemtrails. I've seen them, but it's like, what are they being used for? They're not reporting this, but Bush was actually executed. Yeah, he probably was. I mean, so was John McCain, McStay, no name. That's what I believe. It's either they say he died of cancer all of a sudden. It's either you give up or you get executed. It did say in the Q drops that these people would be eradicated off the earth. So either way, I'm not really bothered as long as he's gone. And that could mean that or, you know, Gitmo, wherever, whatever. No, we're not talking about aeroplane condensation. That's different. Aeroplane, when aeroplanes go over, I live near where a lot of airplanes go over. It disappears after 15 minutes or something. The other ones don't. They stay in the sky and they spread out. So, you know, and there's more of it in actual America than there is over here. America, they were just spraying the crap out of, if you know what I mean. I can't find this. Right, well, has anyone seen this? Is it on Twitter? If I go over to Twitter. Might be all hybrids. NK. Would it be on Twitter? Would it be on Donald Trump's Twitter? Exactly. They've gone down a lot though, because there used to be a few over here, and I think they've gone down a lot. Whoever doesn't believe in chemtrails. Yeah, I know. There are chemtrails. Yeah, exactly. Contrails evaporate, chemtrails don't. Exactly. The ones that stay in the sky and spread are chemtrails. The other ones are just normal plain condensation or whatever you call it. Where am I finding this? Will it be on Donald Trump's? Hi. Exactly. They don't react like that. The other ones spread out and seen them all. If you're looking up in the skies, that is people. Let me have a look on Donald Trumpsters. Oh, is it? Well, yeah. It's less than it was, though, I've noticed. Let me just see if I can find it. Right, Donald Trump. Would he have put it on his Twitter? Oh, was that the one where we went? I don't know. I haven't been watching. Another yellow vest pressed in France. We know about that. And we've got Tommy tomorrow. Is it actually on YouTube? Who was talking about this with Trump going to the chemtrail plane? Is it actually on YouTube? Is it on YouTube? can't find anything. US jobs created in 2018. I mean, you know. Hi, yo, yo, yo. I can't find anything. Somebody help me out. Yeah. Well, somebody put on, I can't remember his name. Is it Jason Save? Oh, the guy who does, the young lad, he's on Twitter and does things about aliens and different things, spiritual stuff. I was looking for someone said something about the say that the Trump visiting a chemtrail plane or something. I can't find anything. He put out actually I think I took a picture of it. Let me go and find it. He put out, for those of you who don't believe in it, interesting, exactly. He put out, I think I took a screenshot of it. Do you know, I've took pictures and I can't find anything. What's your own personal? Exactly. Right, just hang on a minute. See if I can find it. Right, I'm going to have to go on his Twitter now. I've took pictures of stuff and I can't find anything. Should have retweeted it actually, I'm sure I have. What we all saying. Oh, here it is. Jordan Sather, that's how I say it. Imagine how powerful we are all going to be as humans when we get rid of, are you listening? When we get rid of vaccines, fluoride, GMOs, chemtrails, is it electro smog and everything of the sort. Can you imagine? Like what I've been saying before. All this stuff tries to dumb us down, and those of you who don't believe in that, then that's up to you. But imagine how powerful we'd be, because we would be very powerful, and that's the reason why they do it all. That was on Twitter today, which I thought was brilliant. GMOs, fluoride again, vaccines. I've just got a thing in for vaccines again for my little one. Really. So, yeah, imagine how, let me say that again, imagine how powerful we are going to be, we are going to become as humans when we get rid of vaccines, fluoride, GMOs, chemtrails, electro smog, and everything of the sort. All the stuff they tried to bombard us with over decades. So we don't, well, one of the things, we don't come to our spiritual selves either. So there's lots of things happening behind the scenes. I don't know if you saw it all, but there's lots of stuff going on. I heard something about, I don't know what my dad was saying before, something about Gitmo has to be done so many days after, so it could be from the 23rd that they put in the, I can't even speak, I don't even know what the thing is. Barron may have been slightly affected. Yeah, apparently it was slightly affected, and that's why they don't let him have vaccines anymore, because I think he's got a bit of, is it bit autistic? Which some of the Anons do that because they're very clever, because they hone in on things, don't they? And they don't let it go, you know, they hone in on things. Yeah, people should check that out, because we're hearing a lot of stuff about that. We didn't have all this years ago when we were fine. You played in the dirt and you built your immune system up. So, you know, why do we need all this stuff for man-made stuff? Yeah, then chemtrails hang around a long time. Yeah, he's a level 5D chess player. Yeah, Barron, I mean, yeah, I've heard he's a very good chess player. So was JFK Jr., I believe. Or was it his dad? I was just watching X-Men before and I found that very funny because it was the one with, well, like I said, Trump signed in a consecutive order for paedophiles, anyone who's been doing this to kids, this, that and the other, trafficking, anything like that, they're going to be, money's going to be given back. Hi, Dad. And, you know, people are going to have the assets and money taken off them. So who's involved in that, people? Not good, is it? Suspect can only be arrested and held. That was it. Suspect can only be arrested and held for 8 days if going to military tribunals. Earliest arrest the 23rd of December, because remember they're supposed to be starting in January. Straight away in January. Never played chess, but I was just laughing at X-Men because it's got the bit in about Wolverine's consciousness is sent back in time to destroy the threat. I thought, and it was about pain. And you remember when it's Xavier goes in the thing and all the voices are coming in, and then another guy goes in, because I can't remember who the names are, and he's like, I don't like hearing all the voices, I don't like hearing everyone's pain. And he says, yes, but you have to know the pain and take it in and use it, because it won't break. Don't let it break you. Like I said before, don't let all this pain break you when you find out about certain stuff. Like the sheeple are going to find out about a lot of stuff and it's painful, but don't let it break you. Use it. It's very powerful. It's to fight back. To fight back. You need to use that pain, not to be violent, but to just fight back. We need to stand up, like I said, uniting around the world and getting the truth out. So it was jobs of the middle classes. That's all it was. They were all unemployed. Wow, what we're going on about? Brexit. We're going to be out of Brexit. That's definitely going to happen. What is March? Apparently, it's happening. We will be out of the EU, because you can see what's happening in the EU at the minute. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what Theresa May says, because that's rubbish on mainstream media. We will be out because we voted out, and we will be out. As easy as that. That's why France is kicking off at the minute, because that's the heart of it as well, isn't it, France? So, Tommy Robinson marches tomorrow. We are leaving. Oh, we are leaving. Believe me. We are leaving. We'll see. You say no, I say yes. We'll see. If you look what's happening in the EU at the minute, nobody wants it anyway. Yeah, France is changing its government soon. Macron has an indictment. Exactly. So, gotta have a bit more hope, people. That's what it also said in X-Men as well. It said that the other day, from pain comes hope, and I've always said that. Yeah, we'll be out. She can say what she wants, because it doesn't matter. It's all theatre on TV. If you watch your mainstream media, it's all theatre. It means nothing. It's all sweeping over everywhere. If you've looked on the internet, certain places, not news channels, alternative, you'll see everyone kicking off everywhere. Look at France. Look at France. Look at France. Look at the police standing with the people. Firemen standing with the people. The people who are torching libraries and stuff like that, that's Antifa. It's not the people, it's Antifa. They'll get seen for what they are. Why don't they take the masks off? Because they don't want to be seen, do they? Like they do over there. They hide in masks. If you're coming in masks with backpacks on, you're up to something. And they try and make out that that's like over here, the Tommy Robinson people. It's not. It's Antifa, who obviously used to be paid by Soros and stuff like that. And all the people, university kids that know no better, university kids that have been brainwashed from going to university thinking, you know, they know better when they don't know anything. They have got a leg to stand on. We have got a leg to stand on. And we will fight, because that's what's been happening since, you know, Tommy went in. We have got a leg to stand on, because think about it, if France are kicking off, they're part of the EU, they don't want it either. So if the EU on that side are kicking off and they don't want it, because they're kicking off big style and it's going everywhere now. Doesn't matter. It's not just the UK fighting on its own. They're all fighting. We're fighting to be nationalists, because people get mixed up with that, because Macron stood up and twisted it and said nationalists weren't, you know, you need to be a globalist because nationalists are the one who are evil and all that. No, a nationalist, I said the other day, is you for your own country, like every country should be, but you can be friends with thy neighbours. Why wouldn't you be for your own country first? It makes sense. We don't want to be a one world order like they wanted. You can still trade, you can still be friends, you can still get on, but it's your country first. We're not being led off one world order. No, thank you very much. Yep, they're all getting arrested. All the indictments are there. It's all happening behind the scenes, and they know about Brexit and everything. So it's all interlinked. It's all interlinked with everything. It's not just about Brexit. It's not just about. This plan is massive, as I've kept saying. It's all to do with all sorts of different things, and a lot of it goes back to JFK, which was mentioned in the X-Men as well, which was quite funny, and everything else. I agree, but French kick off every couple of years for some reason. Yeah, but they're kicking off for the proper reason, and they're kicking off every day now. And even the police have stood with the people, and the firemen and all that sort of stuff. But it's Antifa who've been setting fire to stuff. Britain is leaving planet Earth. Yep. Give yellow vests for Christmas, MAGA hats. And then someone kept saying, oh, have you seen this video where France is shouting out, we want Trump? It wasn't France, it was the UK. How can people not tell the difference between a UK police officer, which was a woman with the black and white squares on, to speaking English? That wasn't France, that was us. We have been slowly conditioned, but people are waking up. And when they see France, this is what I'm saying, when they see what's going on in there and they want to know why, they're waking up. There's a lot of people over here, they've been marching for Tommy, it's still the same thing. But if they're going to start looking over like what's happening over there, it's what I say about mainstream media. But it's coming, people. And like I said, how can we not be out of it if everywhere else is kicking off in France? They don't want to be part of it either. So, you know, they're going to get somebody new in. Macron's going. Macron goes. Game over. When we all start getting our new people in, game over. Yep, it's happening, Dolly. Trump's men soldiers are on the move. Yep, it's taken down. Yeah, exactly. 10 days of darkness, which out December 10th. Yep. The only ones in the EU because they're running everywhere, aren't they? You know, hi. Like our monarchy with, you know, owning America and Australia and Canada and all that sort of stuff. Well, Scotland probably has. Who was part? Whose family were from? Whose mother was in Scotland? Trump. The French have it right. They don't let them walk. Exactly. The French have it right. They don't let them walk all over them. They're low pension age. Don't work Sundays. Have a lot more rights than us. We let government walk all over us. Everyone has, because they've just gone to sleep and they've been deceived. Like I said, everyone's been deceived around the world. It's not just America. It's not just France. It's not just UK. It's everywhere. And if you look round, everywhere's uprising. So, from Dolly Way, Scotland. Yeah, he does love Scotland because his mum was from Scotland. Have you ever heard the thing about Highlander, Trump and Highlander? So he loves the UK as well, so, you know. Yeah, we love you too. Come to Canada, I'll be there for you. Well, there's lots of weird things going on, Dave, at the minute, and you know, people talking about this and people talking about that. It's like we know stuff we don't know anything, so no one can really say anything. But we know. I keep talking to someone and I keep saying, I will keep saying this because this is what I believe. And like I said, I will, yeah, it is happening. I will say, if all of this is wrong, I will come on here and I will hold my hand up and say, whoa, did I get like proper, what's the word, proper duped on that one, on this Q thing and all that. But at the end of the day, everyone thinks, some people think it's bye. Some people think it's oh, it's the same end of the coin and this, that and the other, and Trump's part of the same end. Well, no, because why do it? Why kick off all around the world? You might as well just let Hillary in and let her do the job and no one wouldn't be any different. And she'd have set World War III off with Russia and that had been that new world ordering. You were getting to the pinnacle, why bother? Trump is a businessman. That's why they asked him to come in, because a lot of these things went in, Hitler and all that. When the Nazis came over to America, they went into businesses and stuff like that. That's how they were working on you, and institutes and stuff like that. That's how they were getting in there with all sorts of different stuff and got in everywhere. So they needed a good businessman. Who's a good businessman? Trump. Do you know what? I'm beginning to wonder if Trump, this was his job he was always meant to do, and that's why he did what he did to make his money, to get in. Yeah, Operation Paperclip. Yeah, Operation Paperclip. That's what they did. They got in everywhere. They got in corporations. That's why they needed a businessman, not a politician. He's not a politician. They needed a businessman who knew what he was doing, who knew about steel, who knew about the business, who knew how to trade, all that sort of stuff, because that's how they got in. They needed America, you needed a businessman. He's not a politician. That's why he doesn't talk like a politician. That's why everyone gets their ass out going, well, he says this and he says no, the politicians don't. He's not a politician. He's a businessman. And people get offended because he says things that offend people because they don't like what he's saying, and what he says is truth at the end of the day. And he doesn't have to talk like a politician because he's not a politician, and politicians are boring anyway. So, yeah, Batman, I say Superman. Merkel standing down, May on her way out due to Brexit farce. Exactly, they've been going on about all that in the Houses of Commons, something that came out that they didn't know about. You have to say that. Going, hello, Trudeau, are you worried? You should be. Exactly. People, you need to look around the internet and see what's going on. And Trump knows a lot about history because his uncle Trump knew Tesla, had the Tesla's paper. He knows a lot of things. People think Trump doesn't know stuff. He does know. Some people actually think he hasn't been told about UFOs and ETs. Of course he does, because, you know, he was good friends with JFK Jr. What did JFK Jr.'s dad, JFK, know when his dad was in presidents? Also, I think Nixon, was it Nixon or someone, I can't remember who it is, was in contact with him. He does know. What is that on the front lawn of, is it the White House? Is it the Orion, what's the thing called on the front of the lawn? Apparently there was supposed to be someone called Valiant Thor years ago that was in the bunker thing underneath the White House. Thor's on now. They put the truth in stories, don't they, Thor on TV? Who's Valiant Thor? There's a story about Valiant Thor. So Trump does know a lot. His dad he's Pleiadians. I swear to God, I actually think Melania's a Pleiadian. She looks like one. You know, at the end of the day, it could be. Sounds whack, but you need to look, if you don't know nothing about Tesla, I'm not talking about Tesla who put a car in space, we're talking about Nikola Tesla. You need to go and look at him. You need to go and do the digging on Donald Trump's uncle and Tesla. He got his things out of the vault of his, when he died, his some of his notes and stuff, because Donald Trump's uncle was like a scientist sort of guy, and the FBI wanted to know, or the CIA, whoever it was, wanted to know if there was anything in there they could use, which they might have took some stuff, but who had the rest of it? Where have these notes been all this time? No, it's all right. I'm just saying, you know, because I've done a lot of research on it. Don't worry. I'm just saying have hope, you know, have hope. It might not look like that on mainstream media. Don't watch mainstream media because... Oh, shut up, Callum. So that means Trump's uncle was involved, you nutter. Yeah, he was involved because he had some of the notes. I don't think he had all of them. He might have read them and took the best bits. Britain's technically committed an act of war on the USA, research, vice versa, whatever, I always get it wrong, warrant, and the UK implication and complicity. Exactly, so that's why we will be out of the EU, because of that. Palladians, Arturians, Sumerian, obviously Sumerians, is it? And yeah, can't even say all that, but I know what you're talking about. Trump's sensational. I've been saying have hope a lot. Well, I was just watching X-Men and it was saying that about pain. You have to see pain sometimes as the hope there. I've always said on this channel, that's what you have to have. It might be the wrong word, I don't know. But, so, who, me? Okay. No. Honestly, I've said to Callum and to you, Crosshatch, honestly, I believe, not just from here, that there is good coming because, you know, subject change, did you see Migration Warrior video? No, you'll have to put things in comments after. I'm having a bit of a rest, but in Phil, Dave's laughing at now, Callum. Yeah, no. Is, like I said, I've shouted this out all the time. If I'm wrong, I will come on after, you know, when this all whatever, and say, at the end of the day, thank you. If there's always been this elite bloodline thing for decades, and it's always been the flip side of the coin. So, like, you know, most politicians and all that, most MPs, not all of them, have been doing bad things, and they've always been like two teams. So you've got to pick one. You know, you're voting for one. I've never voted in my life because of this reason until it got interesting this year. Never voted, never interested in the Royals, nothing. Because, you know, that team will say something and that team will say something. But really, they're both batting for the same team. So if you pick them one, they're going to do what they do. You're going to pick that one, they're going to do what they do. So they're going to talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk, a bit like Obama and the Clintons, you know, and so on and so on. So really, it doesn't matter what team you pick. It's just to make you look like you've got a choice. So Trump comes along, a bit different. Nobody likes him. No channel likes him. MSM hate him. Hollywood hate him. Can't think why. What's going on in Hollywood? They're all shouting out about him on every channel. They hate him, they hate him, they hate him. Stars are saying they hate him, they hate him. Why? He doesn't speak like a normal politician. That's because he isn't. He's a businessman, which America and the world actually needed. Because, like I said, Hitler and the Nazis got into the corporations and stuff. That's what they needed. So they don't like what he's saying. Trump's just telling you as it is. But when he talks his talk, he walks his walk. As you all know in America, bringing jobs back, this, that and the other. You know all that's true if you're out there and you know. So he is different. He didn't use the money, he used his own money. He doesn't get paid from the White House, he uses his own money. So he's nothing like those before. He knew JFK Jr. What's the story with JFK Jr.? What's the story? Why would he fake his death? What's the story with JFK? Why was he assassinated? It's not the same. I have hope that there's a new I'll join chat in a minute. There's a new wave coming. It's not a new world order. Trump's isn't a new world order. It's a new world, not an order. He's a nationalist. We all should be. For your country, America first, like he's always said, and then the world, because you need to sort your countries out first, your own countries, and then we can all be friends. We don't have to take orders from you. We can still trade. We can still do this. We can still do that. It's totally different. Have we seen this stuff kicking off this much and how they've been going on and mainstream media and on? All they had to do was not bring Trump in. Let Hillary win, let her kick off with Russia and start a nuke America and do the World War III. That's what she was going to bring in. They didn't have to do all this. They didn't have to show themselves up for what they are now and do all this where everyone's looking into everything. Why do that? The easiest thing was just to let her win, that's what she thought, because she never had a speech ready, which she should have done. Even if you lose, you're supposed to do a speech. She never had one, did she, ready, because she thought she was going to win. Yes, we know it was all rigged and stuff like that, but it's totally different. Totally different. Totally right what you're all saying. Oh, I don't know what you're saying. Dolly is so in the know, she's just chilling, regathering her energies. Yeah, I've just been chilling because things are going to start ramping up a bit again. So, you know, I have to, if you have ever watched me on YouTube, I go at it a little bit and then I have to have a little bit of a break. It might only be a couple of days and then I come back on again. But, you know, there's lots of things going on at the minute. I knew England, I knew America, I knew Iran, I knew Japan, I knew Australia, I knew everywhere, for everyone. You country first and then the world, we can all be friends with each other. But like I said, mainstream media is all drama and it's all theatre, so I don't listen to it. I don't listen to mainstream media. I don't watch the telly. I'm saying I don't watch telly. I've got Thor on. I put films on. But I don't watch what they say. I don't read the papers. I just laugh at the papers because it's all theatre. What's the story, Morning Glory? We need a little time to wake up. No, Gallagher. Exactly. What's the story, Morning Glory? The deep state's world is going to stop revolving around the sun when Mueller report comes to light. It's not going to reveal what people think. Exactly. There's so much going on. So much going on. It depends how much you research. You know. Yes, but as I said, alternative media is the same but slightly different, as I tried to say the other day, because we the people can get on here. It's not just like if you've got the TV on, BBC and all that, whatever, wherever you live, your mainstream media TV channels, they can put. I'll kick you out in a minute. They can put. Thought I'd just let you go on with yourself. They can put what they want on and you haven't got a say in it. But if you're doing your own little channel like mine or, you know, the ones that are a little bit bigger, but normal people are putting stuff out, what they're seeing around the world with their own eyes, not what you're being told off there, it's slightly different. Yes, we know who owns them because they are censoring people. I wouldn't censor me that much because I haven't got that many subscribers, but you know what I'm saying? You've got more stuff to get you can put your own stuff out. I can't say this and go ring up BBC and go, can I come on your channel and say all this? They're going to go, no. But I can on here. Yeah, countries have been destroyed by war because they're all man-made, but it's getting taken down. That's why Trump's been going around the world and sorting it all out behind closed doors. And that's why they're all kicking off, because war makes them money. It always has done. And then we're going over there with armies and this, that, and the other. The soldiers think they're going in for something else, and they're going in for something else completely different. It's all about money and all this, that, and the other. We know that, but that's what's changing. It's Callum, you have PMS. It means oh, it means pissed himself laughing. That's what he's saying. Clinton Foundation, biggest charity fraud in the world history. Exposure won't be long. Exactly, they've sorted that out. We all know about that. How can you tell? So, has anyone seen anything else? Because, like I said, I haven't looked round. Just let me go and be naughty and warm my drink up. Callum Allen just needs love. Yeah, he just needs a bit of love. Oh my god, I can't get up. Oh, my knees. I'm gonna lean back against it because my legs are killing me. It's better. Oh, don't anyone get triggered by this in my hair, you know, thinking it's a monarch butterfly or anything. But, well, drugs and all that, crosshatch, who brought opium to America and everywhere? Bushes. And what's happened to him? We know they bring it all in. It was all part of the agenda. Everything. That's why I say it's so big when you look into everything. They brought opioids in through the war. We know about that. Yes, I actually did my nails. I wanted to do them pink, but I did keep them. They have got pink on, you just can't see them. These have got pink on, but it doesn't look like it on here. And then I tried to do all glittery silver and sort of like a Tiffany blue. And then for Christmas, these two have got little snowflakes on. Don't know if you can see. So yeah, for Christmas. You have to say something funny to make me laugh. Let me look on my phone. I'll see if there's anything funny. Yes, you're right. Yeah, America, the biggest drug. Yeah, they were with the bushes and stuff. It's all in the queue. We all know about that. Yeah, true. Opioids. That's why I'm saying people who smoke weed and all that sort of stuff, they were putting stuff in there as well. So it's not. It's like I say with GMO foods or whatever you call them. Everything's had something in it. You know, it's not pure. Because even people who think they're eating organic stuff, it's not really that organic, if you know what I mean. Because they tried to get us on every level. Bushes and Clintons in. Jon Snow. Oh, actually, my son's nana came round the other day because it was his birthday, and she went, "You need your hair cutting," because he grew it down here and he's had it cut and he's big again, and he does look like Jon Snow. My son looks like Jon Snow. He's got dark hair like me, thick and curly. He looks like Jon Snow, so it's a bit like, hey, Jon Snow, winter's coming, Jon Snow. We need to build the wall. What? No, they weren't building a wall, were they? The ice wall. They had a wall though, didn't they? Yeah. They had a wall. Yeah, Jon Snow. Let me see if there's anything that's popped up on YouTube. I heard on good authority source arrests in USA by 11 a.m. on December the 27th. Yeah, my dad was saying something about that. You know, don't forget what they said about it's going to be a good Christmas. Woo! It is. Your youngest. No, my oldest. What did I say? My eldest looks like Jon Snow. Oh, I must say, the other day I was really awful because my little one came upstairs with me and I thought, I know he's going to follow me, so I'm going to lie down on the bed and I'm going to pretend I'm asleep. And I was looking through my eyes and I thought, oh, he looks a bit sad. So I woke up and I said, oh, and he went, Mummy, I thought you were dead. I went, no, I was just sleeping. How does he know that at 3? He's mad. Just having a quick look on Twitter. Look at this. Says, did you sell 20% of our uranium to foreign enemies? Yes, you did. You got your goddamn right I did, said Hillary. What else is on here? QAnon has been dead accurate about so many things. When you find out who he is, you're not going to believe it. Wonder who it is. What's this one? Jesus and Bernie. Now, we all know Bernie. Oh, my God. Oh, right. Oh. Oh, okay. I'm not looking at that one. What's this one? Marky Mark. Let me hear Marky Mark, 'cause I used to like Marky Mark. What's Marky Mark saying?
God bless you all. Make sure we give much love and appreciation to all our brave servicemen and women, always and everywhere. God bless you, God. Here at the Army Navy game, God bless you all. Make sure we give much love and appreciation to all our brave servicemen and women, always and everywhere. God bless you guys. Happy holiday. Hey guys, here at the Army Navy game, God bless you all. Make sure we give much love and appreciation to all our brave servicemen and women, always and everywhere. God bless you guys. Happy holiday. Hey guys, here at the Army Navy game, God bless you all. Make sure we give much love and appreciation to all our brave servicemen and women, always and everywhere. God bless you guys. Happy holiday. Hey guys, here at the Army Navy.
I always like Marky Mark because Marky Mark's brother Donnie Wahlberg, Mark Wahlberg, was in New Kids on the Block, who I used to love when I was younger. And Marky Mark came to Manchester with New Kids on the Block to sing his song of, I don't even know what the song was, when he used to shake his body and his pants used to fall down with his Calvin Kleins on, because he used to model for Calvin Klein. But he didn't turn up because apparently he got battered in Pizza Hut. So I was a bit naffed off with that because I wanted to see him in his, in his Calvin Kleins. But yeah, so I always like Marky Mark, so I hope that means that he's a good one, because there's so many over there, especially in Hollywood, that are not. So that was good. Trump went to the game today. Yes, that was good that he was saying that. What else is on here? She looks like a nutcase, doesn't she? I mean, does she not look like she's been possessed? I mean, come on. Ooh, what's this about? What's this about the Pope? Let's see. Police seize Vatican laptops in massive paedophile ring bust. Well, we've been waiting for this one, haven't we? I mean, I'd also like to see what's under the Vatican. Police have been Police have been raiding the offices of the Catholic Church since June. Because remember a load of stuff was going on then. 2018. Seizing laptops and files belonging to church officials and the Vatican after the prosecutors became frustrated with the Catholic Church ongoing protection of paedophile priests. Boom. Because we know it's all going on. And they are raided everywhere because, like I said, Trump has signed the consecutive order, whatever it's called, that anyone who's involved in trafficking, paedophilia and all this sort of stuff will have their stuff seized and their money taken off them. So boom, boom, boom. Who's part of that? So yeah, can't wait to see him go down. I would love to see what's under the Vatican, thinking of like Alexander's libraries and stuff like that. What artefacts are under the Vatican? I would like to know. Wouldn't we all? So, what's going on? Let's have a look. Anyone seen anything else? Right, what's going on in chat? Let me jump in chat a minute, what you all saying. Are we all having conversations with each other? Please, what's going on? Can you see me? Me totally? No. Yeah, I've got the gist of that. Don't be silly. It's not a channel where I stand up, it's a channel where I sit down, so, you might have to get used to that. Sorry. You'll have to imagine. No, Dave's not gay. Yeah, I often do get, I get the odd one or two, so, that's nothing new. Sorry to say. I've had worse. Sorry, just let me look a bit at the 4. Saving the planet. Oh, it's just gone off. See, if you knew, you don't know. Well, I can't imagine what you've just said, How did my date go? What date? Date? I wasn't aware I was on one. How did your date go? Do you mean date or day? I was out last night at a friend's. Christmas drinks at a friend's. That was good. Just a few drinks around friends. But what date did I go on? Whose date? You talking to me or are you talking to Dave? Who are you talking to? Dave went on a date? Dave went on a date? Who went on a date? Who went on a date? Who went on a date? Mind you said you were seeing someone nice. I said I was seeing someone nice. Did I? Did I say I was talking to somebody? Mind you said you were seeing someone nice. Did I? I said I was talking to somebody. Haven't been on a date for ages. Speak English and I might know what you're saying. Oh, in my astral travels. I don't know. I don't know what's been happening in there. I woke up the other day with a bruise on my head. And a lump on my head. Yeah, I've had all these young, free and single. What comes out in the chat? Could be on the astro, yeah. No, I'd rather sit, thank you. I'm comfy. The truth. I was out last night at a friend's. Just girls, you know, doing their girl talk Christmas drinks at my friend's house, and that was it. Yeah, I know. Oh well. I always sit down, so you know. Well, did it turn out good? Hope so. You shouldn't be on your own. Find an artist and someone who is willing to like looking at the sky with you. Oh yeah, yeah. You never know. Yeah, imagine all bumping into each other on a night out. Imagine how that would be. That'd be quite funny. And camp out. Yeah. Yeah, imagine how mad that would be. It's like when I went to my friends yesterday, they were sort of talking about Trump, but not in a good light. And I was saying things and I thought it's so hard when they just don't know. You know, and I thought I'm not going to go on about it because they were just like, my daughter's got opinions about this. I thought, yeah, but your daughter's younger. Do you know what I mean? I was like, So I just thought, no, don't go on about it. But yeah, I might find an artist. Yes, that'd be a good match, wouldn't it? Like I said, I've got to, I've not been doing any sketching, so I've got to catch up on my sketching so I can do some pictures and painting. I need to start that up again. Like I said, I sort of have slumps where I rest a little bit and their indoctrination is intense. Must be, yeah, you've got to be gentle with these little snowflakes because, you know, they're very delicate, these little snowflakes. And if you touch them, they might just break or they might just melt. So, you know, yeah, this one as well. When she's done. She's got eyes like mine. But when it's all done. Thank you. What was that? I would say I was paragliding. I'm sure you look a lot like her. She was wearing a tea cozy and just looking at the sky. Who was wearing a tea cozy? Just gone right over my head. Oh, Callum's disappeared now. Gotta go, bottle empty. Dad, see ya. Bottle empty. Mind you, it is a Saturday. I was going to say bottle empty, not a glass. Spiritual War is Paris. Yes. The Pacers. I can never say that name properly. The revolution went communist. Can't even say it. Communist. Not like America, the battle in France. I wonder if the heavy yoke will be removed with Macron. Yes. We know what's happening. Callum's probably upset from the footy. He'll probably come back on now. Oh, I don't. Yeah, did they loot? Oh, he's there. Did they loot? Who were they playing anyway? City versus who? City versus who? So who were they playing though? City versus who? Keep up with football. Chelsea. Oh, right, okay. And who does Mark support? Not City. Not City. Oh, I know where I might have some news actually. Let me have a look. Discord. Good result, but mentally drained now for a while. A good result, what? Are you mentally drained from football? Is that what you're saying? What? Just looking on Twitter. Oh, here's another one about food. You might like this, Callum. Oh, that's all. You're welcome. It's a shame there's so many weirdos out there on YouTube. No artwork. Yes, I've got to get better sketching again. I feel it coming on again. I went searching for candles and found a huge metal Q ornament I've had over 10 years. Ooh. Someone's put out today, you know, if anyone watches Jordan Sather on YouTube, I do. Eat what your body needs, not what your brain wants. It's very hard. Some days I eat meat, some days I don't. Regardless of what you're eating, give thanks to whatever plant or animal died to sustain you. That's how you... Is it oh, I can't even say this word. Nullify any negative energy. Now, that's brilliant that I've just come up with that because... not I've come up with it. He's just said that because I have spoke about this before with the tension in this room. I did... veganism for about 9 months, and then I was going through all this like, oh god, I don't know if it's right, like I felt a bit achy. I know if a woman came on and asked me for a date, I'd be a bit funny about meeting her, but said it wasn't me that done it, it was the weirdos. Who came on here and asked me for a date? I don't know. Yeah, the one night, yeah, what? Yeah. Because, and I was talking to someone the other day as well, because I've said that a few weeks ago about when you eat something and it's died, then if it's been slaughtered or killed in a bad way, traumatized, whatever, killed, that energy goes in you, you're eating it. And funnily enough, I watched a film, Mowgli, is it? The new sort of Jungle Book version that's on Netflix. I advise you to go and watch it. It's a really, really good film. Mowgli, it was brilliant. And the animals talk in it, but it's CGI film, sort of the animals, and it was brilliant. And funnily enough, obviously the animals eat the animals, like the tiger eats, kills for to eat food. But in it, I think, what was the name of the bear again? What was the name of the bear in the Jungle Book? What's the name of the bear? Does anyone remember? I had it today and now I can't remember what it's called. Baloo? Yeah. I think it was him. It was either him or the panther. I can't remember what the panther's called. But it's a really great film. I advise you to go and watch it. It's brilliant. It came out this year and it's on Netflix and it's brilliant. It's a really, really nice film. And when they killed one of the animals to eat, because obviously those animals eat meat, he said to the little Mowgli, when they were bringing him up, in the jungle, they said, just wait a minute and look into the other animal's eye. And I was like, oh, it's so cute, because it said, look in the animal's eye and keep eye contact, because when it ascends, meaning when its soul goes, when it's dying, its soul goes, it'll know it wasn't on its own when it went. I was like, oh my god, that's so cute. I was like, oh, that's really nice. So it's a bit like when they say a prayer over your food, and at least say a prayer over your food and say thank you for the animal that lost its life that you're eating. But it's quite good that he said that about eat what your body needs, not what your brain wants, because you watch a lot of adverts and stuff like that, and you think you want certain stuff like McDonald's and all that rubbish, and you don't. It's not what your body really needs. But eat meat some days, because if you think about it, years back, whether we ate just fruit or whatever it was, I don't know, but we didn't eat as much as we consume today. We consume too much, and because we consume too much, I'm sorry, but the animals do get. Some people might not want to hear this, but they do. If you've seen forks over knives and all that, they do get treated like crap. So all that negative energy goes in us. And you know I talk about energies and frequencies, and I do believe that. So I'm just glad I don't really consume that much meat in the week, and when I do, it's chickens. But I could easily go vegetarian, but at least say thank you if you're going to eat it, because I do actually believe in all that. But I did think that was very beautiful off Mowgli, is it called? Mowgli? The new Jungle Book version anyway, which is on Netflix, like I said, and it's absolutely brilliant, and the song at the end is brilliant, and it's just really good, and it was all good at the end, and you know, it was a good film. So are we all having a good weekend? I just say things, you're a good guy. Yeah, he is, and you're all right, you know. I think you're just having a bit of a joke. Hey Dolly, have you heard about the Native American? I've heard quite a lot of things on the Native American Indians, as in different things to do with the star people, the ant people, and all that sort of stuff. I go down every, I was going to say manhole then. I go down every rabbit hole, as if you want to call it, and stuff like that. Vegan propaganda is the same as climate propaganda, and both supported by. Yeah, I was talking about that today. You know, people do veganism because that was quite a trendy new thing, but there's things in that as well that people aren't understanding about how they think it's so healthy, and you're eating certain things like seeds and this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 and some stuff isn't good for you. And soy milk, which I used to like, but I don't drink anymore, and certain stuff. They put it in everywhere. That's what I'm saying. They put it in everywhere, so there's like nothing, you can't nothing sort of organic. I've been looking to Buddhism. Yeah, Buddhism's lovely. I will not stand up. Why do I need to stand up? I always sit down. Everybody knows that. I've got no reason to stand up. Unless I was doing a weight loss program or something, do you know what I mean? Dolly only does shorts and t-shirt. Yeah, I do the old, you know, like news reading, where they say they all wear shorts on the bottom half. 17 likes, people. 17. See you later on. But has anyone seen anything else going on? I've seen quite a few things, but I've not really took pictures of them. You know, I'm never organised, so I'm trying to think if I've heard any other stuff. Thor. Yeah, they're all cool. How's your weekend going, people? It's raining and so windy here. It's cold, it's raining, it's windy as anything. Oh, I know. Let me see what my dad sent me today. Nova. No, nothing I've not told you about. Just waiting. I saw a cracker the other night about 4 in the morning, but I've been painting 3 days a night, so discounted that. Yeah. See? I know what I've been doing. I've been having a rest, chatting, seeing my friends, doing a bit of stitching on Dave's back, which will be finished tomorrow. Watching a few good things on Netflix. I was having a break, really. I was long-term vegetarian and fixed my health by eating meat, going keto. I think there's so many different things today that I just think everyone's... it's just so confusing. Dolly, you are so relaxed. I can feel it. Yeah, I am relaxed. I'm relaxed and... oh, just let me stretch my knees out. I was reading about twin flames again because I just think that people do get, like, mixed up with the old soulmate and twin flames. And I was trying to read it out the other day, and then I found one called... and it was intriguing, actually, because it had a thing with the 1111, which I thought was quite interesting, which went to bed with the other night. When I went to bed the other night, it was 1111. Which was... your eyes can play tricks, but saw sunset on one side and sunrise on other side. Strange, yes. Have a look. What was it called? It's called Savannah East. Let me find it. Because I thought your soulmate was like your soulmate, but hang on. Sorry, I love that bit when Thor goes into the pet shop and goes, a horse! I need a horse! In a pet shop. I was like, And I can't wait to go and see Aquaman. Oh my God. It's Neptune. Copper, pure gold. What we talking about? Don't want no scrub. I did sing that the other day. Oh. Pet shop guy was Isaac Cappy. Oh, was it? Do you know what? I didn't even notice. Didn't even notice. And what do you think about Isaac Cappy? I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm totally looking on the wrong thing here. I'm not even on Google. What do you think about him, though? I'm into you and Cappy disappeared to Australia, really? I love your crazy funny side, Dolly. So contagious. I told the postman, watch out for Jon Snow the other day. What did you say? What did you say? Hey, Jon Snow, it's winter. Winter's coming. Just got to be yourself, haven't you? Wow, Dolly, I look just like Aquaman, the double right. What, do you often walk around in a sort of like wetsuit thing? Down the street with a big fork in your hand like Neptune. More excited because Neptune's my ruler, like Pisces, so... But I love Marvel stuff and all that sort of stuff. Yes. Love that sort of stuff. You just about peed yourself. Why? What was you watching? What was you watching? What was you laughing at? Oh, sorry, I'm getting achy legs. Right. Why can I never find anything that I've typed in? I pulled the letter through. Yeah, you pulled the letter through letterbox as he was posting letter and shouted, "Jon Snow, watch out for Jon Snow." But he was like, what? He might not have even watched Game of Thrones, so he might not know what you're talking about at all. Are we talking to each other? Yeah, apparently this one says on Twin Flames, because I thought it was the same as a soulmate. We're all waking up around the planet with relationships that nurture us, challenge us, and cheerlead. Oh, it's just gone off. Cheerlead us upon our path for growth and evolution. Each one of us come here with a soul group. I quite like this one. With a soul group, a bunch of souls who have agreed to help us as we help them learn our planned earthly lessons, make our mistakes, release our karmic debt, and journey through this life. Soulmates can be our sister, brother, mother-in-law, spouse, co-worker, best friend, ex-boss, or someone as unassuming as a homeless person on the street. We have so many soulmates, our soul friends, that come and go in our lives, and even when one night come in and break our heart into tiny bitty pieces, they are still serving us, helping us on our path towards growth and evolution, because that's true as well. When you think you've been in a bad relationship or someone's broke your heart or whatever, they were meant to. It could have been a soul, soul mate come to do that, because you need to learn from it. Certain lessons you need to learn, if anyone gets what I'm saying. So I'm sure you can recognise many of these people in your life. What is a twin flame? Because I used to think, contracts. I used to think a soulmate was the one you were meant to be with, but that's not. They're supposed to be the ones that help you on here. This one was quite a good one. What is a twin flame? When there is a twin flame, this relationship is something far different, far deeper, extremely powerful, and something only a few of us might experience in our lifetime. Jon Snow is a younger brother of the Frosty the Snowman. Yeah. Because as we are, species are evolving, waking up in brackets, at a faster pace, and it definitely at this time now, in record numbers, we are collectively changing the purpose of relationships. Instead of getting together and staying together for the purpose of procreation, safety, and survival, we are moving towards more spiritually based, as you know, this is what I always talk about, relationships that can foster rapid soul growth. More and more twins are finding each other, and not because they are looking. Hang on a minute. Ooh. I just didn't know if it seemed a bit dark in here. So is the lighting better, or is that weird? Twin flames are sometimes referred to as soul. It's in my eyes now, sorry. As I'm sat in the corner. Ugh. This is where I nearly cried, where Thor gets hit and I thought he nearly died. You don't have TV on in the background. Oh shit, Dolly, you have TV. You have TV on the background. Yeah, I'm sort of listening to Thor at the same time, but it's going off. Why is it? Can you hear it? Oh. Oh yeah, is it annoying? Hang on. Let me go this way a little bit. Oh, let me switch it off. I don't know what I'm doing. You can probably hear it. It's at the end now anyway. We all know he doesn't die, so that's good. Right. So, soulmate is someone who gets you. Twin flames are part of the same higher self. Yeah, well, it was saying it's the light off here. Hang on a minute. Because a lot of people get confused by it. So it says, twin flames are sometimes referred to as twin souls. Are thought to be, like you just said, two parts of a soul that split and would incarnate into Earth or other realms to learn, grow, and experience duality. They would rarely incarnate at the same time, as one would typically stay behind to help the other. The diverse experiences they gather when they are away from each other help to create their separate identities as souls. When these reunite, they reform an ultimate relationship and the most fulfilling one all other relationships before serve as practice for the ultimate one, which makes sense to me because the other day, if anyone remembers when I was talking about this, the way they split up families today and relationships and keep things away from like the love and things that should be, you know, it's all plastered all over TV these days. Cheating, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. Twin flame soulmates, past view. Yeah, and it's just like, how have you been watching stuff on it? It sort of makes sense that you were split, but then to have different experiences, to realise things, to come together, to, like it says, they're separate identities, souls. When these reunite, they form an ultimate relationship and the most fulfilling one because they've learned lessons and, you know, that makes sense to me. All of the relationships before serve as practice for the ultimate one, obviously, because you need to go through lessons and certain things. Like I was saying, you know, when you're younger, you might think a little bit differently now because you're older and you're evolving here as well. Like we're evolving with spirituality, but you're also evolving with your physical self because you might not think what you once thought when you were younger, and you have to go through experiences, good and bad, to evolve and to come away from things that maybe weren't good at the time that you might have just got into, that, you know, that sort of stuff. So that makes sense. So all twin soul relationships are between a male and female energy of the same soul. We've been talking about female and male energy. The twin relationship does not have a gender, race, or age barrier. It can be either heterosexual or homosexual. The purpose of the divine relationship is to help you face yourself. There are many signs and characteristics that the twin relationship has that can help you decide if you've met your twin. Chances are, though, if you're awake and aware and have been doing your inner work, you already know. Twin relationships aren't necessarily harmonious. Bye, crosshatch. Harmonious. In fact, twin flames, when uniting, can go through a lot of cleansing, purging, and energy releasing with the chakra system. The biggest sign is the amount of energy that is created when they come together. Do not be confused by emotional or physical attraction. This energy that is created is something completely different. When and if you experience this amount of energy, you will know. It is thought that only graduate souls are finding their twin soul flames on Earth, as the purpose is to do healing and spiritual work on the planet at this time, which is funny because that's what I've been talking about, that as well, because I said the other day, if anyone listened, that relationship between someone when you right with the right person and you're properly in love, and you know, because that's what I believe they've been trying to separate, is a very, very like big positive energy, and that's what we're supposed to be blasting out. Our sleep tonight probably peeps by. Yes, you'll have a good sleep. How to recognise your twin flame. So if anyone's thinking about, you know, well, you don't really think about it, do you? But the place of meeting, it was as if they fell out of the sky and into your lap. Neither one of you were looking for each other. It was divine timing and circumstances that brought you together. Sometimes it's quite symbolic. They are your mirror. They will mirror back to you everything in your life that you need to address, everything that has not been healed. They are there to show you. Sometimes your entire life can change upon meeting them. The amount of energy created when you are together is magnetic. People around you will notice and feel the power between you. When you are together, you can be unstoppable. You are an unstoppable force, which is brilliant. Your psychic and intuitive senses will be heightened upon meeting. There is usually something significant about their birth date. They do not have to be born on the same day, month, or year, but there is just something particular about their date. The deep respect and love for each other means you will never want to hurt each other, and if there is a fight or disagreement between the two of you, it can feel devastating. You feel an almost immediate bond or connection with them, usually right after meeting them, like you've known them before, or their energy feels very familiar. Finn's room, Dolly. What do you mean, Finn's room? What are you talking about? Eh? It's gone right over my head. What did I say? You will both complete each other. Your skill sets or abilities will work together perfectly because you've developed that the other one lacks or needs in separation. And together you can work magic. You can feel each other even though you are apart. You have a hard time getting them out of your mind. It could feel like an obsession, but it is not. It is that you are so closely connected that you literally feel each other. Sometimes the time apart feels unbearable. You feel as if you're at home. That time stands still when you are with them. In other words, you have the ability to collapse time. And sometimes they might feel like a dream or unreal to you, but although you remain separate beings with your own individual life path, you feel a sense of completeness with them. Even something as small as a hug can carry an intense surge of energy, because I think that, that people do that, not the twin flames, but that free hug thing, because it gives a lot of energy off. They have similar beliefs and a life path to yours. You will want to give to them without ever wanting in return. Giving is the nature of this relationship. One of the most important signs that you have met your twin flame is that you have a feeling that this is something very different than any other relationship you have encountered before. The feelings you have for them sometimes cannot even be put into words. Total, unconditional and complete love and acceptance. There is a special sacredness about your relationship that transcends everything you have ever experienced before. In essence, you already know, you will feel it with your whole being. No other relationship will be as life-changing. You are aware that the purpose of the relationship is to bring something extraordinary to the world for the betterment of the planet, which I have been talking about, because like I said, if it's the most powerful thing, it's going to benefit the planet, if you believe in all this stuff with positivity, which I do. And lastly, this makes me laugh. And lastly, one of the personal favourites is noticing the numbers 11, which I went to bed the other night, and so I went to bed at 11, like it's seen 11. This number can appear anywhere. You may see it on clocks, which I just said, receipts, computers, etc., and in own personal journeys seen 11. I think that's like synchronicity anyway. I've had a lot of synchronicities this year. Has always been a confirmation that I was on the right path. Oh, a yes to a thought I was having right before I noticed the time. It appears a lot when we are going through a growth stage. There are other meanings for 11, because there is, but that's another whole topic on its own. And then it says, honour the magnetic attraction. So these are some of the biggest signs of a twin relationship. Sometimes, however, one twin may not be ready for the other, either because of their unwillingness or fear of dealing, which makes sense, with their own issues and emotional baggage, and may be a flame runner. They may want to run away from the amount of energy or intensity of the relationship, or if when they look into your eyes, a reflection back of themselves, because remember, you're supposed to be a soul that split sort of thing, same of each other sort of thing. If that is the case, have patience and trust in knowing that you will be together again when both are ready for the cleansing and clearing necessary. This intense repelling and magnetic attraction is a common theme among twins, and the reunion will take place when both are ready to be fully healed. If you have been lucky enough to find this once in many lifetimes relationship, cherish it and know that it is here to bring you to your utmost spiritual growth. Because that thing about spiritual growth again, the twin flame relationship changes your life. It changes each soul to grow and to expand to their highest potential, to fulfill their mission, because remember, we're all here on a mission, and purpose of the planet and in each other's lives. If you are still searching, stop the search outward and go inward and focus on you. You won't find them by searching. They will find you through love. That's all. Through time and space, they will find you through love. Which, that was it. That was quite cute. All the stuff I've been talking about. Flame Runner. Go nick that for a lyric. Yeah, it's quite good, that. Flame Runner. So, yeah, I thought that was quite a good one, because the one I was reading out the other day, I don't think it was that, But that was a good one. I was like, yes, that makes sense. Makes sense about going through different lifetimes and learning things before you come together. Because, I've been saying this, that sort of thing. Like, you think about relationships in the past. If you've been through a few and it's not worked, you have to go through certain situations. So that's why don't get upset if you've been through bad experiences or someone broke your heart. Because at the end of the day, you needed to learn lessons in that you need to look at. And if you haven't thought about that, you need to look at previous relationships if you are on your own and you've had a broken heart and all that, and you don't want to go into it again because you're scared of getting hurt again. There was a lesson in that. You've got to learn them lessons, and if you don't learn them lessons, you'll keep having those relationships until you wake up. It's like they're knocking on your head saying, look, I'm going to give you another one of them relationships again, them ones that you don't like, because you're not listening. You're doing the same thing. Is there anything you can change about it? Be a bit stronger in a sense, if anyone gets what I'm sort of saying. If your twin flame is Alienware computer, it's hard to go out together. A portable power supply. What do you mean, Dave? I'm awakening with stuff, and it's interesting. Doing that Yoda thing again. Twin flame. What would Yoda say? Twin flame, you may find I don't even know how he says it. How would he say it? What do you mean, Dave? I don't know what you mean. I'm still working on it. It's one of the things as well. Don't think if you're saying you're spiritual that, oh, that's it. You've got to work on it every day forever, because it's all about learning. Life is about learning. Spiritual. I do believe we're coming into the awakening with the physical, and it's the first time that it all comes together. It's not just being separate, and we've got to be like proper in the physical, proper in the spiritual. I think it's all coming together this time. Oh wait, yeah, that's it. Awaken you must, twin flame you must find. I need to paint my face green. Awaken you must, twin flame you must find. Got green nails. That's funny, Mark. But it's always working on yourself, working within. We all slip, so that doesn't matter, because that's what we do. Like I said the other day, the physical tries to bring you down anyway. You've just got to get back up there. So if you have days where you're a bit, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of shifts since, from the beginning. A lot of it is from when I found Q, because when I found Q, it's not just about Q. It's that I looked at other stuff that I've always been a bit spiritual anyway. I've always thought a little bit different to other people. I always look at things a little bit different. But it's coming in a bit stronger with certain stuff, only because I'm not saying I'm meditating every day, but when I do, I do need to do more of it. And I pulled a card out the other day, and it said I actually needed to get into that sort of spiritual exercise, like Yoda. Oh my God, yoga and all that sort of stuff, which I know I need to do. I might just pull a card actually, because they're over there. I'm trying to think if I've got different decks. Let me go and have a look. Right, let's do, before I go, one of the Oracle cards. Is it Oracle that I got years ago? I think this might have been the first one I got, Fairies. I love this book so much. It's gorgeous, and it shows you all sorts of these gorgeous pictures. And the beautiful cards, and some look like light being things that I expect like nymphs and light beings to look like this sort of thing. Have shown these before. Ooh, these pictures. I love these sort of like fantasy pictures. There's lots of gnomes and fairies and rude women in this one. Rude fairies. The Piper. Let me see. These sort of things. I have lots of oracles, people. Let me see. Solace, like the sun. I love this one. I'd love to paint something like that. These pictures are gorgeous. And you got a Rudy for the men, there you go. And just all these like fairy sort of, but they're all like this on this side, all like weird, like little gnomey things, but they're all the same They remind me of a girl that I once knew. They remind me of the Labyrinth. You know them little funny little trolley things? That's what they remind me of. So I'm going to do these because I haven't done them. What's that song? You remind me of a girl that I once knew. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Is that a song though? Do-do. Thinking of getting a deck. Yeah, many people have been saying they're getting decks. I think someone on here, I can't remember who it was, said, I don't know if they found a fairy one in a charity shop. They're really good because you can ask questions. And I did say, I might do one tomorrow. I did say I'd try and do a past, present and future one. So, let me see. You used to sing that song. You remind me of a girl that I once knew. Oh my god, I went shopping with my sister today and I was just like, oh my god, I can't stand it near Christmas. Everyone pushing and shoving. Too many people in the shop. I was like, oh, no. And I was really naughty today because I bought this. A big, massive bag. I know it's not good, but I'm not eating them in one night. I've been sharing them with my son, my eldest one. And my favourite ones are, I know they're a bit naughty, but because they've got peanuts in. I love peanuts. I love nuts. So, oh sorry, I'll do it where you can see it. You got angel cards. Yeah, I've got angel cards. I've got fairy cards. I've got mermaid cards. I've got, I think the mermaid. No, the fairies. I've got tarots. I've got. Actually, let me just show you what I've got. Hi, I'll show you. I'll show you them. Oh, just dropped them all over the floor. So, oh my god. Oh no! So I've got the cards that you normally see me do, the witchy ones, and poor Callum. Why, what's Callum said? What? Why, what's happened? Because I've got a tarot deck where I don't know where I put that one, but I've got a tarot deck, the old like fashioned sort of tarots. I've got the two cards that you see me do, the witchy ones and the the really beautiful ones, and then I've got. I'll show you these because I'll show you all the artwork. Look above. Where's I can't see Callum. What? Look above. Where? I can't see Callum. I haven't chucked him out. I don't know. No, oh, where? I don't know what I'm looking at. What am I looking at? Tell Callum there's an online Yoda speak translator to help him annoy his friends and family even more. Oh. To help him annoy his family. Right, oh my god, just let me pick these cards up. I've just chucked them all over the floor. You might be listening, I don't know. Just chuck them all over the floor. Oh. Got this one on the floor turned up. Look at this. See what I'm talking about? I don't know. Right, I've got one of them where I don't know where it is. The cards for you. Yeah, I've got these little fairy ones. And they were just like cheap ones. I've got this massive box of these ones. And these were Gothic. Yeah, I've got the Gothic cards. And these are Shadowscapes Tarot. So these are a tarot, but they're like, I'll show you some of the pictures. I like big cards, you see. I like big cards. These are quite small. I've got tiny ones. these sort of pictures, like it's like the tower, the traditional ones, but done a bit modern. So, and look at the picture on the front. You know, you always get like something. I should really, someone asked me once, I should have drawn my own tarots. You get all these like sort of artwork on them. This sort of, let me have a look. This sort of stuff, a bit fairy-fied as usual, because I do like my fairies. So I've got them ones. I've got, where did I just put them? I've got these tarot. And these look a bit like, they've got this on the front, and they've got, you know, like the sort of like, what would you call this? Like sort of computerized sort of artwork on it. Like, let me find a good one. Ooh. So when I say I've got quite a few, oh, I have got quite a few. Look at these dolphins. Silver and gold, moon and sun. I've got those. I've got, I don't know why the lid's gone off that one. I've got these little tiny witchy tarots. See them? So tiny. I got a lot of them off eBay, so I'll have a pack of yours. I know, I just have loads because sometimes I feel like using different ones. But these are tiny. These are too tiny. See, these are too tiny. They're too tiny. They're too tiny. They're just, these are cheap ones, but they're just too tiny. But I guess you could take them if you wanted to take them somewhere. But, and these pictures aren't that nice, so, you know. I mean, they're not ugly pictures, but I'm just like, You know, like my other ones, my beautiful ones with all the really nice artwork on it. I love stuff like that. And the bigger cards are nicer when they don't have frames. Oh, you're back. They don't have frames on. I've got sort of a traditional little tarot as well. So I've got all sorts. And oh, and I've got another. I haven't done these ones. Quite like these ones. Wisdom of the Realms, Hidden Realms. These are really nice. And these are not a bad size. And I love the, these are like digitalized as well. I quite like this because it's like as above, so below. And you have got a lot of, find some good pictures, like just nice pictures. And it's got the so I've got quite a lot. I've got quite a lot of them. But I'm gonna pick one out of the little weirdy fairy ones, and then I'm gonna go. So where's that one come out of? That one. I know someone asked me to design a pack. I should really, but there's like, what is there, 40 odd cards in a pack? Wow. So let me try these one out. So let's do this one. Oh yeah, a card. I don't take an online Yoda translator. That's so funny. Yeah, it would be a big hit with the girls. No, you need to do an online, not Yoda, the other one. What's he called? Chewbacca. Wow. That doesn't even sound like Chewbacca. Can't even do his voice. Can't do it. But they do have that Chewbacca mask that makes a noise like Chewbacca, which is absolutely hilarious. Oh, I've got two. I've got the Pook. The Pook. I like the Pook. Look at the Pook. The little Pook. And then, don't know what this one says. Something of the waters. It's a bit rudy, but you'll probably like it. You know, a bit rude, a bit rudy. So, it says, oh my God, the books open on the same page of the one I've just picked out. And my battery's going to run out, so I'm quickly going to do this. About the message in this card is, I'm not going to read the whole thing out because it's massive, is, let me see. It means emotions, serenity, meditation, gracefully accepting change. And basically it is about, I'm just going to read it out quickly. Water is mutable, changeable, fluid, and this card speaks to us of a particular kind of change of emotions, and possibly a change of health. We have important choices to make about how we meet those changes and where we let them take us toward the calm, flowing purity of the fairy waters, of the boiling cauldron of hot temperature and steamy emotions. The choice is obvious, but we sometimes forget that we have it. This card reminds us that we do have a choice, and making it wisely or unwisely determines our future, because it does. You have a choice to be good or bad or whatever it is. The things we need in life remain constant, no matter what is going on or how hectic the changes and pressures in our life may be. We need, as I said, nurturing, and the earth leads the knot of nurturing. London is rammed tonight. I bet it is for tomorrow. I'll be watching tomorrow. Nurturing and love, and it is ultimately up to us to provide that for ourselves. The healing fairies will help us as we ask them to. And then the last one was, what was the other one? Oh, the pook. The pooky. I knew you were going to say that. My God. 60. And this one is the pook. The pook. Shape changer. That's quite funny. Good in bad. That's what I've been talking about. Paradox and resolution. So this says the pook is a shape changer. He appears in whatever guise, it doesn't say disguise, guise he thinks he will be most confusing to you. Depending on his purpose. Can I say, by the way, the person who made this book said that he sees fairies and he's seen different things, and I don't know if anyone knows the Brian Froud? Brian Froud. Confuses, depending on his purpose, he weaves spells to bemuse our senses and confuse our judgment. That's what's going on sort of quite now with things out there. He is a master of the arts of illusion and delusion, holding up a distorting mirror to revalue the bad in the good and the good in the bad, funnily enough, when I'm going about all this stuff. The pook also wishes to show us the bad in what we think to be good and vice versa. You've got to sieve it all out. This may confuse us further, and I was saying to someone about this, it is confusing when you're looking at stuff because people put lies and truth and this, that and the other. Or it may help us to gain a more balanced understanding, because we need a balance. It's all about balance of how things really are. He's very against rigid mindsets. Aren't we all? Oh my God, I'm so against it. Can't get anyone with a rigid mindset. Sorry, but no. Rigid mindsets in his own way encourage the development of inquiring minds. His true face, I'm not certain that a shape changer even has a true face, though he did hold still long enough for Brian to paint it, because he's saying he painted fairies, he painted those elements that he saw, entities, whatever you want to call them. However, the pook is very proud of the faces he assumes with them. He offers us contradictions and paradox and finds it all way too easy to confuse our judgment, because we are often not thinking very clearly anyway. Sometimes we even hold two or more contradictory, I can't even say it, beliefs in boxes in our own minds. If one is true, we think we will finally consider them. Then the other one must be false. Not so. Perhaps both are false. Perhaps both are partly true and partly false. We tend to cling desperately to our beliefs, even when they make no sense to others or are counter to our actual experience. A paradox, yeah. Our paradoxes, that's what it just says, our paradoxes and confusions are self-created, and the pook needed only dress them up a little bit, add a little sparkle and dangle them before us in order to induce confusion. I know someone will be laughing at this. In the conclusion, we are likely to believe almost anything someone presents to us, just to feel as if we have a metaphorical, I can't even say that, anchor in reality, when we know reality is something completely different to what we've been told. Once we have seen the truth, seeming contradiction and paradoxes melt away. In the manner of realizing the solution to a Zen koan like, what is the sound of one hand clapping? When we get the answer, usually by a burst of insight cutting through the confusion and paradoxes, it is always seems to be simple. We wonder how we could have been such a tizzy about so simple a thing. We wonder why everyone doesn't understand this so very obvious thing. It is time for the revolution of seeming contradictions and paradox in this situation. Someone or some part of the situation is cloaked in confusion, and our muddled thoughts must be stripped away, revealing truth. We just need to know about it. The information we needed is now available to us. Oh, yes. And as soon as we have the burst of insight and get it, it's time for us to make a change based on our newly cleared understanding. Alternatively, it may be time for us to make a reality check on the good, bad labels we put on things. Make a list of the good, possibly even surprisingly things, about the situation, and another list about the bad ones if you are not in the habit of seeing the good in the bad and the bad in the good, having preferred a black and white world rather than one with colours. You may need some help in learning to do this well. So that was interesting. So yeah, and check it twice. Yeah, so I'm going to go, because like I said, I've not seen much. I've not been looking that much. I've just seen the little bits, and I do believe I will be watching what's happening tomorrow. Someone's just put on, thank you, someone's just put on about, it's packed in London. We know why it's packed in London because of tomorrow, with the marches and stuff. I will be watching that while I'm finishing your bag off, Dave. But if you just email me, we'll discuss that, PayPal thing and all that, or whatever, and we'll do that. So, the moonshine from Kentucky is the best. The first card I picked off the floor. Oh, I don't know. I've put it back in the pack. So, yeah. Don't go, Dolly. Never let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Do, 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 do. Let it go. I just thought I'd do a different card, because I do the same ones. Night, peeps. See, I've had my others. I don't know where my other ones are. So I'm going. So night, sleep tight. And if you're in America or anywhere else and it's daytime, then just have a good day, and I shall see you soon. I'll be keeping my eye out tomorrow, seeing what's happening. France, UK, and everywhere. So. Yes, it was orange. I don't know because I've just put it back in the pack and there's like loads out. So I will see you soon. Bye.